Kenyans demonstrated their solidarity with Palestinians at this year's International Quds Day commemoration on 20th March, which is held annually on the last Friday of the Muslim holy month of Ramadan. 2025's theme is Zionism is a threat to humanity, highlighting the brutality of the Zionist occupation of Palestine since 1948, as well as Israel's nefarious role in Africa.
It's important for us to be in solidarity with any other person in whichever part of the world going through the similar experience. And the reason why that is important is because colonialism is contagious. If we allow it to happen somewhere else, it will continue to happen in another place.
Kenya liberated itself, and the fighters for freedom were called terrorists. So we are used to these terms where freedom fighters are called terrorists by those who are occupying our countries. So we share a history with Palestine in terms of terrorism and occupation by the British and the Americans. So we are in solidarity with the Palestinians.
Support for Palestine is increasingly gaining traction across the continent, where African solidarity has its roots in anti-imperialist liberation movements. This shift is being influenced by ongoing Israeli crimes against Palestinians in Gaza. Although official government statements in some African nations, such as Kenya, Ghana, Rwanda, Cameroon, and the Democratic Republic of Congo, express support for Israel, many Africans resonate with the struggles of Palestinians because they see resemblances to anti-colonial struggles we faced right here at home. The Kenyan state places a high priority on protecting its economic relationships with Israel and its allies, such as the United States. In a free trade agreement with Kenya in 2020, a key requirement set by Washington was for Nairobi to reject the pro-Palestine boycott, divestment, sanctions movement. Kenya was required to discourage politically motivated actions aimed at boycotting, divesting from, and sanctioning Israel, as well as to remove any politically motivated non-tariff barriers affecting Israeli goods, services, or trade. In other words, support Israel or else forget about trade with the US.
The regime in power is not pro-people, is not pro-humanity. So we've seen abductions in this country. What is happening in Palestine is almost the same thing that is happening in Kenya. The killing of civilians, the anti-corrupt government that is so corrupt that cannot even account to the people.
With a history of fighting colonialism under the Kenya Land and Freedom Army, Kenyans have a shared history with the Palestinian resistance and like-minded activists globally pushing for justice in Gaza and the end of the Zionist occupation. This year's commemoration proves that Africans, and Kenyans in particular, are determined to keep fighting for the liberation of their Palestinian brothers.